saying every person the spirits of Biafra have never possessed by this time, that person just give it bad. A word is enough for a wise Biafrans. This is the time for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Max, before you go on, we have somebody that just joined us here. Wadabe, can you hear me? Okay, it's like she's hanged. Go on, Max.
Now, you see, Mazugo and Biafrans all over the world. If you want to validate the criminality in Nigeria, go and vote. You see those kids, those children that you see there, all of them has PVC.
Of course.
All of them. All of them have PVC.
Of course. All of them have PVC.
They have collected their PVCs. Underage children, they have collected their PVCs. Whereas our own people who still want to validate the criminality and the terrorist government of that country are closing gates for our people that have shops, telling them without PVC, you won't enter your shop.
Your shop, not the
government.
Where
in the world? Where in the world would this happen? Where in the world would that nonsense happen? I own my shop. I pay rent on monthly basis. I want to go to my shop to sell and feed myself and my family. And you are telling me because of useless demonic PVC, I will not have access to my shop? And these are Biafrans. These are Biafrans.
They are collecting 2,000 and 1,000 to collect to give PVC in Enugu State. It's on video. I don't really want to talk about it because we are not interested in anything.
You see, these are some of the, it is our own people that are still doing what we do, just like Mazu Sonny said. The strong, the weak, and the in-between, they have, not all of them will come out when it is hot. We will drag them in there. We will drag them in. They will sleep by the grace of God, just like Simon Ekpa said, in Nigeria, and they wake up in Biafra land. And when they wake up in Biafra land, we know them. Those that are outspoken today, those that are outspoken, we know them. And we play back the videos of their actions by the grace of God in Biafra camp. Thank you so much.
Ugo. Yes. Have you checked this? I've sent you both the video.
I've gotten the video.
The picture has been confirmed. It has been confirmed. They destroyed the windshield of the helicopter. It's a confirmed news now. I sent you both the picture of the helicopter on the video.
Okay.
When did this thing happen?
Today.
Oh.
You know, it was supposed to, the imposter was supposed to visit Kanu before, and Ganduje wrote him a letter that he should not come. That for security reasons he should not come. But he later changed. Buhari said he was going to go. He wanted to call Buhari, and Ganduje said he should come. So they are stoning him. If you see the
violence, you know, sometimes you see these people. You know, sometimes these people can be deceitful. Maybe this thing, the way I'm looking at it, is orchestrated by them in order to tell them that truly there is insecurity on the land that will make them postpone it or even seize the election. Or even the army, they can keep on coming in.
Yeah, this one has nothing to do with insecurity as like that. This one has to do with the hatred of the people of Kano to the supposed Buhari. Because this is not this is the people protesting against his visitation to the extent of even stoning the helicopter that he was using.
But it might not be his own people. This might be the indigenous people, because Kanu is owned by Hausa people, Hausa indigenous people.
Yeah.
Do you remember what they did to Aminu Kanu? Do you remember what what these same people did to Americans. You know, these people,
Yeah.
they won't forget to it because
Even in
nobody was
Castina, which
able
day?
to, you know.
Yeah, he was torn in Castina which day? Was it not 2 days ago or 3 days ago? He was torn in Castina. He saw.
Yeah,
3 days ago,
yes, I heard of that one.
Friday.
I heard of
Yeah.
that one.
On Friday.
I said yesterday, this election, but if you are a Biafran and Odudu or wherever you are, begin to clap your hand because I told you people that don't be surprised. People that we don't know will fight the war for the real agitators. I told you
They are
people yesterday.
shaking. They are
I told you
shaking right
people
now.
yesterday.
You
God
see
has a way
that
of doing things.
that
God
joint
has a way
statement,
of doing things.
that joint statement of let me, all this while, if you notice, I've always been saying that it's not just about Biafra, Oduduwa, they are ready. It's just that they are not saying anything, not doing anything. Does not mean that they are not ready. That joint statement, I can tell you, I can guarantee you, is shaking the foundation of Nigeria right now. Because for them, they thought that because they killed the two Oduduwa agitators, that they have run away. A lot of people, that's how they take Yoruba people. They say they are cowards. Oh, if you just do anything now, all of them are run away. But I knew what you are doing is the same thing they did to IPOB. People went out with flags and you sent out troops to kill them. Then you think they will just stop. Because what they have succeeded in doing now, they have succeeded in criminalizing peaceful protest. And there is a word that says those who make peaceful change impossible makes violent change inevitable. And that's what's about to happen. And nobody can stop it. That's just the truth. Unless the UN intervene now and divide the country to all who wants to go. This thing is just, from what I'm seeing, this program, nobody can stop it.
Brother Rasmus,
Um, Max,
UN is going to come. Yes,
Max,
sir.
before you come in, okay. I was trying to get the video. That was why we have our queen of the house here. I think. Can you hear me, Obi? Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Go on. Carry microphone now. Let's hear from you before we move on. You just a smile. You sure say
Unmute yourself and speak to
you not
us.
even talk, sir. Make it mental meet. We can't hear you. We are not hearing you. Okay, the network is bad. Okay. Okay. We will see that video, but first of all, I want us to there's a question I asked there. Why Lekki Seaport? Before that, we go to Lekki Seaport. I want us to see this. This is Abia State Seaport. And then when you listen to, okay, let's see the Abia Seaport first before we move on. This is Abia Seaport, una Biafra Abia Seaport. Now be this. Where the video they make a put up for play.
Then meet them with him. From a kind of conflict, the two rivers join to make empty into Atlantic. And from that place to Atlantic Ocean is about 23 nautical.
They are building it, yeah.
From where the two distance.
Exactly.
The land from here.
They are building it in which year?
I think this happened 3-4 years ago. I don't know.
Imagine when Calabar Seaport has been working before I even left Nigeria, and I worked in the seaport 2007. Calabar Seaport was working. Then I was working there. Imagine. But now they ground everything. But they can put everything in Lagos.
No, no. See,
Brother Sonny,
brother,
Sonny.
brother Tony,
But
this topic, right, is a topic that we have to be very, very cautious of. This is one of the reasons why they did it. So while we are making reference to the fact that there are states in America that have 2 ports, 3 ports, right? It doesn't matter if a state has 3 ports. Our focus should be why is there no seaports in our region? Although we have even passed that stage, but the emphasis should not be why does Lagos have 2 seaports? There is nothing wrong in Lagos having 2 seaports, but why are there no seaports in the southeast? That's why our emphasis should be.
No, why I asked this question, why Lekki Seaport is, when you look at the, because if time will permit, I will put the, is to enlarge the business. I think it even have dual entrance. It get dual passage, dual carrier, something like very wide. I think it is wider than that of Tinkan Island. And then I am asking a question. Why I am saying this is because who are the people bringing in these goods there? And the goods that you bring into Lagos, Lekki, you are still going to take it to Abia State. You are still going to take it to Calabar. You will take it to Port Harcourt. You will take it to Enugu. Why is our Warri Seaport not working? Why is the Iguacha Seaport not working? You know, I was in Calabar also 2015, 2016. In Flour Mill, there's an oil company there. I've forgotten the name, but there's one big ship, mighty ship. Is the size is just as that equal of those ones that load that big containers that came to Africa. Now, the question is this: if that kind of ship can come there and carry a oil and go, why can't ship bring container there in Calabar? Why can't that ship bring container in Warri? Why did they shut down Warri Seaport? Why can't they open Iguacha, Enugu, Calabar, everywhere? Why? Bonnie?
Oh, yeah.
That's my question.
Hey,
Obi,
what's up?
Obi, Obi, can you talk now? Can
What
we
of your
hear you?
sister?
It's like you. Emasi? Okay, go on.
Yeah,
Obi,
you see,
Yes,
just a moment.
can you hear me now?
Yes, now we can hear you. Go on.
Okay, Lekki Seaport or whatever they are doing without bringing it to the real business people that are known, the people that
Your
transport it
network is too bad.
far back to
Obim,
Calabar, to Enugu, far back
Obi,
Obim, change your
please.
device. Change your
to
device.
areas
Change your
that
device.
the
Obi, can you?
Change your device, Obim. Change your device. Change your device. It's cracking,
It's
cracking, cracking.
cracking too
I
much.
can't
Too
hear
much.
you out there. Change your device. Switch to another device.
Maya, can I say something, please? Lagos has a three
Easy,
seaport.
calm down.
maybe
Easy, just calm down. You just enter one, finish the food. Relax. You just
Biafran blood.
wake up. You
Biafran
wake
blood,
up
they
one,
hot.
finish the food.
Biafran blood, they hot.
see,
Obim,
Mazi,
come back.
um,
Mazi, you
eh,
see, look, did you hear? It's in the public domain. The conversation, the secret phone conversation between this Ahmed Shetima, the vice president of APC right now, as
uh,
and the Kunle. Did you people see what that guy was, saying there? That they are going to deal with the evils, the Biafrans in Lagos. that Lagos is going to be given a special status. What is that special status are they talking about? One of them is this. One of them is this. He even went as far as saying, haven't you seen all the fire outbreaks in the market? That they want to cripple them. That in the north, they want to push them aside, and those businesses that the Igbos are doing, that they also can do. Didn't we hear all those things? So this is an attempt, a very careful attempt to still hold us down. Look, I am a businessman. Sometimes I import cars from outside, from the United States. Do you know that every vessel that comes from the United States will pass through the Gulf of Guinea, the Atlantic Ocean, the tail or the end, the tail of the Atlantic, or the tail of the Gulf of Guinea, all the way will pass Cross River, past Iguacha, Port Harcourt, past Warri, then go to Lagos and discharge. When these vessels are coming, if my vehicle is in any of these vessels, they will give us what they call tracking system of the car. I mean, of the vessel. So you'll be looking at the places where this vessel has passed. They will pass Calabar Wharf. They will pass Iguacha Wharf. They will pass Anambra Onisha. They will pass Warri. They will go to Lagos and discharge. Then our people will still go back to Lagos, clear those containers, and transport them to the east and to the south. The amount you will use, based on what a clearing agent told me, the amount you will use to, transfer, bring the shipment paid on your container from China to Lagos is the amount you are going to move this container from Lagos to Aba is doubled.
Of course.
Why are they doing it? They don't want you. They don't want you to be at ease in anything, including the business. They have tried to do it, but the Igbos, the Biafrans, has this, I no go die spirit. I can never die spirit. The more they press them, the more they vibrate, the more they even come out with different kinds of, let me say, systems or tactics to live. Tell me what will happen if they have a conducive environment to do what they know how to do best. This is an act by the same government in order to destroy Biafra, so that we'll be begging. And God will never allow us to beg. Rather, he will give us a new nation that we'll be proud of. Thank you.
There were Max. Okay. Eze, you wanted to say bomb everywhere. Oh, yeah, scatter them.
My brother, well done.
You're welcome.
This port will not has a port. Okay, the new was the one of Dangote port. The first two they have one was a Apapa Wharf. Okay, because I collect, so I know how the whole thing works. The one of that Papa or that function, that was when Port Harcourt and was that was when they started using build this particular one. This is called economic jihad, and to worsen the whole matter, who's there? The custom that we take most of the time, we will not even fight now. Anybody that is shipping anything in that country is hard. for you to make your shipping only motor pass. Cost of buying, shipping, and a plus. All these are like and other things. Very high. And what they did now, can offload at wharf with a little cost. They put it now, you know, from wharf, only transportation to where you will offload it, plus storm you must settle. That cost of if we come out from the gate, okay. Now December time, sometimes you pay only from wharf or any place, a million plus, which is not right. It was the first seaport.
Mazi, Eze, can you please keep your phone closer to your mouth because you come,
Okay.
it's like
Okay.
waving in and waving out.
Okay. Calabar was the first ever seaport they had. That was like came. You know, before they moved Calabar to Lagos, then Port Harcourt. Understand? So I know when they to export processing zone to Calabar to export is because of economic jihad. Because our from there, everything from there. In Iran, all those neighboring countries, all these goes. You know, at a point, everything, nobody's coming again. Everything was coming. Economic jihad. A lot of people don't know about it. People, because that's what they are doing to us.
Thank you. Thank you. You try and work on your mouthpiece, or you. Okay, you even out. Erasmus, do you have anything to say?
No, nothing much really.
Okay.
Nothing much really. Is my God is doing it for us. My own thinking is that nobody prays for war. I do not pray for war. I do not wish that we fight war. Because when you fight war, definitely there are going to be casualties. And if that can be avoided, it's fine. But that does not mean that we're going to fold our arms and wait for people to do what they want to do with us. But the way it's going right now, when you are seeing legitimate alliances going on everywhere, you see the Oduduwa making their moves. And I hope in distance time, some people may rise up in the middle belts. And if we have, I believe we have alliances in South, the so-called South House. If all those people rise up at the end of the day, we have a Amazona there. The UN may be forced because they will know the implication of what is about to happen. The EU will not be able to take massive influx into their country. Africa will not contain people that will migrate. So the best option will be negotiation, and that may avert war. And that's what I wish for. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Erasmus. Everybody, nobody, Mazenan de Carlos, Simon Ekpa, myself, nobody, even Ojuku, because if Ojuku never wanted rapport or settlement, if Ojuku had wanted war, he wouldn't have asked for any reconciliation. He wouldn't have went to what do you call him, Aburi, Ghana, no.
Eburi.
If you no go, if I tell you say I know they go, and if for declare Biafra from beginning, he had the chances to declare Biafra, but he said no. He wanted peace, and the waiting in the axe, stop killing my people. Waiting Biafra was Rike problem. You are killing my people. Waiting Binna the Kalo Wahala. You are killing us. Stop killing us. Nobody wants war.
I know. I agree.
No, but when it becomes inevitable, my brother, Sonny, okay, go on if you want to say, because Sonny wants to say something.
Yeah, I agree completely. Nobody wants war. Even Samepa does not want war. But if it
Yeah,
becomes inevitable, we have no choice but to defend ourselves. It's not just about war or no war. It's defending ourselves.
yeah.
Nobody wants. But the truth is that the way they look at, let me explain it to you. And this is one of the reasons why I support Samepa absolutely. Now, before 1999, before the old this thing we had, the government that we had before military, there was referendum in the constitution. But during that 1999 constitution, they smartly removed the referendum from the constitution. Now, what they do is each time you request for referendum, when IPOB requests for referendum, they will be laughing because when you request for referendum, there is no referendum in the constitution. So what they will tell you is go back to your home and lobby your constituencies, lobby your senators, lobby your House of Assembly members, because they know that you won't be able to lobby them because those ones are corrupt. They know what to do to those ones. They won't be able to
Yeah.
say anything. So they will always point you to that. So they know that it is an exercise in futility for you to be able to lobby your legislators to come to the Senate to change it. And even if your legislator even agree, they too have the numbers. You will not be able to change anything. So the option left for us is the two options are referendum or outright breakaway. Now, since there's no referendum in the constitution, how do you get referendum in the constitution? You can't really get it the way Nigeria is structured. That's why I support Samepa. The best way would be stop the election. When you succeed in stopping the election, no House member, no senator, none of them. Now, the UN will not see anybody to point you to say, go and tell them to go and negotiate on your behalf.
Mm,
That void that is now there, if UN does not want catastrophe, UN will have to step into that void of the senators and the House members to negotiate.
mm.
That's exactly the point. That's why I like the idea.
There will. Sonny, you say Sonny wanted to say something before.
Okay, thank you to Biafrans and everyone that have spoken. There's something I want to remind Biafrans and the Oduduwas and One Nigeria as a whole. In 2015 or 17, when MNK was arrested, MNK gave 7 or 8 point agenda or request to the Efulefus that we have as rulers and leaders in Biafra land as a demand presented to the zoo government from the IPOB family. This includes making all the seaport in Biafra land, the entirety of Biafra land, from all the riverine areas where you can dock the sea, and then make it to become a walkable seaport, to make them walkable and viable, so that all the containers that we bring in, we do not need to go and haulage them from Lagos down to our different homes at our own extra cost. Do you know that the money that we pay just to haulage our container from Lagos to our homes in the east, that the money is 3 times more than the money that we pay to bring this container from Europe or America or UK or Asia, or Russia or Austria to Nigeria. The money we pay only from Lagos to the east to carry that container come up now from Apapa, come reach our side now 3 times or 4 times of waiting we pay just to carry the container from another man land, from white man land, or carry and come reach our own. Make the seaport walkable was one. Let the railway work was another one. Let us have electricity was another one. Let us have justice, equity, and fairness was another one. Let there be development was another one. Let our schools be workable was another one. Let us have inclusiveness in all the parastatals of the government was
Lalai.
another one. Now, allow the people to have autonomy and decide of how their security planning can be within their vicinity was another one. So that I do not go and bring Musa from Adamawa to come and be the commissioner of police in Bayelsa. While in Adamawa, I have Adamu as the commissioner of police in Bayelsa, in Adamawa. Now tell me how Musa that hails from Adamawa coming to be the commissioner of police in Bayelsa will be able to protect the interests of the Bayelsa people when he does not know the nooks and crannies and the interests, the common interests and values, in quote, of the Bayelsa people. If Musa have to order open fire on the people, Musa will not have any remorse of any kind because Musa does not have his family members, his friends that he sits down to drink palm wine in the beer parlor together in Bayelsa. Musa does not have his fellow Megad or any of the people that he sit down to talk in the mosque in Bayelsa. Musa will, with a very stone heart, give the order of open fire on the Biafran people in Bayelsa without any remorse because the family of Musa, the friends of Musa, the relations of Musa, the people that scaled through technical school or primary school or nursery school or tertiary institutions with Musa are not there in Bayelsa State. So Musa will not even remember that he have friends that he need to protect their interests or reconsider that this trigger should not be pulled at the innocent civilians in Bayelsa. So Musa will order the pulling of the trigger without any remorse. Now, MNK also said, you must also make sure all of us are inclusive in everything that we want to do so that this country will work. Oh, they did not allow it to happen. Today we are looking at the video of 3 walking seaports in Lekki, in Lagos, and it is quite interesting. And everybody are commending and they are telling us it will expand the economy of Africa, it will make Lagos to be the biggest market, it will make Nigeria GDP to increase, and it will spike them to the scale that the international community will run after. The question is, why is it only stationed and focused in that side? Why is it not also stationed and focused in the east, where you have the highest numbers of entrepreneurs, the one that has this idea of doing something and they will work on it till they get to the last part? What I am doing where I am today, to eat food, is not what I learned in my technical school, in my nursery school, in my tertiary institution, or even in my trade. Is not what I learned. But there is this go ahead. There is this go ahead people. The way Philip Effiong explained, he said the people from the east are these go ahead people that they can always go ahead with what they see and then become something with what is available within them. That is what is keeping me on where I am now. What I even learned from school is not even useful where I am. And I am making use of what I now see around me and I am able to adapt to it. We are contributing so much to the very economy of the contraption, but they are contracting us and contracting our visions and tomorrow and our children. Why are we celebrating Lagos Seaport when all of us claims to be in a secular state of one Nigeria, but everything is channeled to Lagos? Why is it not also channeled to the east? If we were to be in quote that secular state of one Nigeria, Have we also asked the question about why do we have all the security institutions stationed in the north? Why do we also have some of the best medical labs and outfits stationed also in the north? Do you know the one that shocked me recently? I discovered that churches like Anglican and Catholic, and even some of these Pentecostals, they have their headquarters in the north, in
Yeah.
Kaduna and Kanu. Churches. Now, when you now see the reasons why the religious leaders in one Nigeria can never open their mouth to tell the
And the
people the
naval
truth.
base, naval base also.
Okay, when you see the reasons why
In
all these
desert.
religious leaders cannot open their mouth to tell the congregation the truth, you know that they have already caged them in the north. The headquarter of the Christian Can Association of Nigeria, the headquarter of some of these churches are stationed in the north. But in the north, it is not where Christianity is welcome. But why is it that their headquarter is stationed in the north? And they use it to condition their brain and put them on one chance, just like one imam said, the whole Nigeria is in one chance. All of us can die any day. So it is earlier everybody wake up and then face the needful because the whole Nigeria is in one chance. So it is not celebrating the Lekki okay that is the problem, but asking the pertinent questions. Is Nigeria working for us? And why is it that they move everything to one side so that all of us will be coming to make, they make us to become vulnerable to the system so that we will always be coming down to kneel down and beg. But MNK has opened our eyes, and we cannot be begging anymore. Like the colonial masters came yesterday and they were begging us now, come and vote. No, you have made a very good move by coming to beg us, come and vote. That means that you have come to the understanding that we are the one now commanding you and ruling you. Because before you come in and come to beg us, we don't pass your matter now. So, MNK don't open our eye, and Mazi Simon is the last man standing. So, we are not fooled anymore and we cannot go back. So Biafrans and Oduduwa should understand that even the seaport that has been just commissioned in the Lagos will not even benefit you as Oduduwa, which it is stationed in your own land. It will only benefit who? The Fulani terrorists. That is why the land of the rising sun are rising, and we are saying no elections in Biafra land because we don't want the contraption to continue. They will massive.
Yeah,
There we
let
go.
me quickly add to that. Uh, our Duduwa brothers, they already know they are smart people, and I know they are very enlightened people. If you go to the ports already existing in Lagos, almost all the top hierarchy officials are all from the Fulani North. You can start from a controller general of customs. You understand? Start from the person in charge of MPA. You know,
That,
so
that's
all
the that's the former governor of Kaduna State.
exactly.
He is a retired. I think he's a retired colonel, military
Yeah.
police. Yes.
So
And
the
retired colonel to governor, governor to comptroller of customs.
yeah.
Yes.
So the thing it's not just it's like locating their investment in your environment. So the investment is theirs, it's not yours. So they put it in Oduduwa land, but they are the one managing the investment because of the fact that the proximity, to the sea and everything. So they are the one managing it. Same thing if you have worked in Port Harcourt before, better. If we go to One, go to petrochemicals, go to refinery, almost all the hierarchies there, they are Fulani not. They are Fulani or Hausa, call Islamic. So it is the system is just it's not something I can explain. And the thing I don't understand about is like were the South hypnotized? How did this happen? Because this thing did not just started today. It has been so. And it just became a normal thing. When you come to Port Harcourt refinery or go to petrochemicals, what you'll be seeing is Gaba, Ahmed, this one, this one. Are they the smartest people in Nigeria? If we want to count the best engineers in Nigeria, if we count how many in Yoruba land, in Igbo land, are you going to count anybody from that side? Why do we allow this inequality and we just pretend that everything is all right? Why do we allow incompetence to be leading people that understand the game, knows everything? Why do we allow blind men to be leading people who have two eyes to see? This has to stop. There are multiple reasons why we have to leave. This one I'm quoting is just by the way, because right now, the reason why we are pushing it has become existential. It's not just marginalization now. It has now become existential. So they have gotten to the point that they are taking over the resources, taking over the economy. Now, what they want to do is to swallow us, take over our land, and turn us to slaves. And that will not happen. That's where they got it all wrong. Thank you.
When late Ahmadu Bello said that he will make the South the estate of their ancestors, and they will dip their Quran there. Do you know that they have already dipped their Quran in the sea, in the Atlantic? It's the only thing that remains now is for them to put the boots, their what we call their foot soldiers on the ground. They have the highest oil wells in Biafra land. Highest oil well. Even it got to a time when Edwin Clark.
Max, sorry, I want to ask you before we continue. If you are saying they have the highest oil well, it will seem as if there are some other group of people or ethnic group that have oil well.
Some criminals too. They are slaves.
No, Max. Because when you are saying they have most, that the oil well is 100,000, for instance, and they have 999, and you have one. You don't have anyone now.
You still have one.
No, it's not. It doesn't count.
You have to say because somebody has eaten and he now used the stew to rub your mouth. Didn't you eat?
You see, Bazuzo.
So which one you can't get now? When we say another person 90 of can't carry the oil company for your mouth.
That is why Atoeze is saying the way that is the reason why you see Atoeze saying what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what he has. And Danjuma has a lot as well.
Mm-hmm. So these are the people, they are slaves. Those that they can bend down and they lick their asses. These are the ones that they can give it to. They can't give it to Mazen Nandukan. Mazen Nandukan is not ready to take it. Do you know how much? Do you know how much they have promised him in that place?
Reject everything.
He rejected everything and continues to reject. You see, these people have dipped their Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. If you remember, Edwin Clark, Edwin Clark came out, wrote to Buhari to employ their own sons and daughters in the NNPC, the oil industry. That old man saw something, and that was what Mazen Nandekano had been singing to them, and they called him miscreant. They never knew that a time like this will come. That Oponko, if you be critics news, Oponko Nyogro, Nanyogro is there. The impostor is there. He will never allow you. He will never allow them. I pity the one Nigerians or those that are advocating for one Nigeria. These people are already in our land. The only thing that remains is for them to now put their foot soldiers and take control of the environment. But the resources in that place have been taken over by these same people. So there is nothing again left. What we are doing now is to fight our way out because we have allowed them to break our gates. They are already in front of our parlor doors. And that is why it is very, very difficult for us to move, chase them away the way it's supposed to be ordinarily done. But we must do it. We don't have no option this time around. We must do it. Dead or alive, we must do it. And people that, would like to say that these people will just let us go that way, and think again. Because the investment and the proceeds of their evil and wickedness on our land can never allow them. Their lips is full of oil. How do you want to tell me that somebody who has been eating on the table above there, driving the best cars in the world, look at the emirs, look at the houses they built for themselves, Rolls Royce Phantom, all kinds of everything in them will allow you to just go like that with no resources? No, now. They can even give it to China before we get there. But what will happen is this: God will make them, lose their sense of direction, and we will take whatever God has placed there for us. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I think we should see. This is the windscreen, the helicopter's windscreen, and this. Okay, let's just see this video. But I have another one that is more clear. I think where is it? Here.
Wala nga karbu mutum ba ruwan mu ina daga nan ba inda zan ji kai to babai wani fasu babai da uwarsa babai wani Allah babai wallahi ai na lillahi karbi mutum ba ruwan mu ina daga nan ba inda zan ji kai to babai wani fasu babai da uwarsa babai wani Allah babai wallahi kai wala nga karbi mutum ba ruwan mu ina daga nan ba inda zan ji
we have seen it. They do their protests, and as they do finish, now the result will be this: the windscreen. So our people know they break windscreen of any helicopter or car or even bicycle. They know they break,
and they are killing us.
And they are killing us. We are not carrying stones. They are killing us. Yesterday we saw in Lagos, 2 days ago, we saw in Lagos people shooting gun, broad daylight, and Napatio, APC, PDP, broad daylight, they shoot each other gun. If na me and you, for our place, I just say, son, if you try them again, you go see them, they go come, begin they shoot. And the thing be say, when they come, they will not even look for the people that we are fighting or that we are shooting. or that fight or that fought the military or the armed personnel, they will begin to burn every house. Every house where they see, they go burn. Anybody where they see, they go kill. Any shop where the market where they around that place, they go set on fire. And that small white wish, Okoyibo, waiting for British Parliament, British Commission, High Commission. You no go see am, you know the talk. And the way to make she can't tell us, say, they break this man with screen, why not do so? They go kill many Biafrans, she will not talk. They shoot one pregnant woman for Lagos, she can't talk, condemn am. They kill one person for North, she can't talk, she can't condemn am. Muslim, but they kill Deborah, she no gree talk. Pope go pray for make their soul rest in peace, but Pope will not condemn why they are being killed on daily basis. We dey call one Nigeria. One Nigeria. They are calling us to come and vote. Nigeria is not one Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to some set of people. You no belong to everybody. Erasmus, do you want to say anything?
No, it's clear, you know. The one they call Buhari is not wanted anywhere in any. This thing that is even the way everything is going, we may have little work to even do. I don't even know if revolution is going to, because even in Benin today, there were a lot of barricades on the road, protests everywhere, and I learned it spread to worry as well. Well, let's be watching them.
Yeah.
All we want is freedom. That's just it.
Okay. Mazison, you want to say anything?
What I want to say is that when Gideon Akaloka was beheaded, he was beheaded inside the police central command, not an ordinary police station. And when the people that went to behead Gideon Akaloka entered the central command, they were already made arrangements which Gideon Akaloka's name was inscribed on the counter, and a signal was prepared and then kept on the counter where they now pick it and then now understand the left and right. No, please remove that picture. That is not the picture. That is not the real picture. Because they have used that picture to mislead people. That's not the real picture.
Okay, no maybe this.
No. I've spoken with the family directly, so that is not the picture.
Wow.
And the family are finding it hard to get a grip on one of the photos that will certify his real image. They've been searching. They are yet to get one. So when they entered that station, the name of Gideon Akaluka was already inscribed and then kept on the counter. The direction where they have to enter was already ascertained to the people that went to go and assassinate him. Now, as they entered inside, they said they were calling Gideon's name and they were also calling Joseph's name. Those are the two people who had happened to be our Biafran extract that were living in that compound, that were later taken into custody. So they were calling their names and then they said, your family have come to rescue you because the governor of the state have given a verdict in your favor, because the case was on the table of the governor of the state. All the court, the Sharia court and everything, they said they lacked legitimacy to sit on the case. So because it has to do with Sharia ethics, they said it is the governor that has to do the final say. And the governor, with the hanky-panky that was being played out, he zoomed off in the name of going to Mecca on that very time. So before the people that now actually went to go and get his head on a spike went, it was well calculated. So when this happened, they got in there, they used hacksaw that they used to saw wood. That is what they used to hack off the head of Gideon. And Joseph was stabbed in many ways. And when the prison warrant later got back after the head of Gideon has been taken off, he saw Joseph half dead. That is how they took Joseph to hospital and then he survived. Now, what am I saying here? What they did to Gideon and Kaluka, and also what they did to Deborah Samuel in broad daylight, it is there on Twitter till today. It is there on Facebook till today. Google have it, YouTube have it. Even if they suppress the video and say it is age restricted, if you put your age, you will still see the video. And nobody can say he cannot see the video. International Criminal Court have it, UK have it, US they have it. All these rubbish Commonwealth offices and anything international, they have it. The point here is that in all these atrocities that have been committed, you cannot see that any of them have been brought to book. Let us not forget this very one that has been very, very recent in our mind. Is it the PA of Gumi was arrested as a financier of the terrorists. When Gumi got the news, he made noise in the media. After Gumi got the news and made noise in the media, and then Gumi petitioned DSS. As Gumi petitioned DSS, DSS do what? They withdrew the case. Up till today, has anybody heard about that man
My
that
brother,
was
my brother,
active? No.
let me quickly add something to what you just said. He was not arrested as a financier. Financier is small. He was on a mission to go and have a meeting with top commanders of different terrorist groups all over the world.
Okay.
That
Thank
was
you.
what in
Thank
Egypt.
you. Thank you,
Transit.
Master Erasmus.
And
Thank
of
you.
recent, I read in papers where some lawyers are requesting DSS to charge, because DSS has refused to charge him to courts because of what you just said. DSS refused to charge him to courts, in spite of the fact that they arrested, because they arrested him. What was the purpose of arresting him? It was terrorism. It was about going to meeting with top terrorist commanders all over the world, and he is an aide to Gumi. So, which means that he was acting on behalf of Gumi. And now the DSS have refused to charge him. He's working as a free man, a man who was on a mission to negotiate with, as in known to the whole world. Though. Interpol is aware, and he's working free. And that's why I'm saying international community, when they refuse to act, anything we do to get our freedom, is either they support us or they should shut up, because they are aware of what we're going.
Exactly.
Thank you, Erasmus. Now,
Yeah.
DSS did not just refuse to charge him to court. DSS even withdrew their step-by-step processes on this very man that we are talking about. Why? Because the power that be intruded into the matter and told them, this is the soldiers of the caliphate. You have to consider your steps and don't go overboard. Okay, let us now come back now to Biafrans. Yesterday, we played a video in our joint broadcast where you listened to a Biafran man seated with a Jofo who claims to be the lawyer of NNAMDI Kanu and the Biafran people. And this man was telling you that he is in Abuja, that he has made arrangements with the caliphate that they are coming with 25 kilos to come and kill Biafrans simply because of what? Election of one Nigeria. Now, compare and contrast the lawyer of Martin Kanu is the one dining with this man, and this man is releasing this message. Then come back again. World Igbo Congress told you in an interview on Dr. Damage's program that they have set up another group of dead men squad that are going to work with the security operatives to make sure they monitor, protect, and then kill anybody that is coming against the election of 2023. Are you getting the point? This is the same body that says they don't want Biafra anymore. What they want is Igbo presidency, and they want the continuation of one Nigeria. Let us now compare. And let us go back to Ohaneze also. Ohaneze said they are putting bounty of, was it 50 million or how much, on Mazin Simon Ekpa's head.
Yeah.
Now, Fulani put 100 million on the head of Mazin NNAMDI Kanu. Ohaneze now come out and support by putting their own 50 million. Igbo governors stand up and say, we want you to be taken to court because you are stopping us from having election in Biafra land, because we want one Nigeria to continue at the mercy of your life in the hands of the terrorists. While you'll be crying and they'll be raping your mother, cutting you to pieces, we don't care. We want one Nigeria to continue to enslave you so that all of us can be collecting our salary in red and white and yellow and brown envelopes. Let us now come back to Obioso, that was adamant. He was the one that was telling people to the man, if IPOB do not allow you to rest, for us to hear word and have Igbo presidency peacefully, do to them what you can. It was not up to 3 days. Who the man now brought Meeti Allah. Meeti Allah said they are coming to come and join hands with Hopu Sodima to fight insecurity in Biafra land. And you saw the result. It was not up to 1 month. You saw over 21 of our young men and women that were massacred where they were having their marriage ceremony. The lists are endless. The infiltration of Biafra land by the Fulani terrorists is not made possible by a Fulani man. It is made possible by a Biafran man who is seated in Biafra land, but who connives with them and collect money. Let us now go back to the video that we played. The video that we played, we saw that youth were protesting. Now, let me not fire it yet. Let me now take our minds back to when Deborah was lynched in broad daylight. After they lynched Deborah, the same youth came out and then they were going after churches. And anybody that said you cannot kill Deborah, they went and then they burned down some churches. Now, lawyers, over 20, still came out to still defend the killers of Deborah. Lawyers of the Fulani extract, they still came out to defend the killers of Deborah. And that pastor that was carrying the casket of Nigeria on his head and then doing marching and protests going around, he still revealed some other things that are even uncountable. Even from now to tomorrow, we know if we count and finish. Let us now go now to that video that we played. Today, we saw that video depicted helicopter windscreen that was punctured by the stone or whatever ammunitions that the youth used against that chopper that came. Whether the chopper was carrying Buhari or whether it was carrying APC candidate or whoever it was carrying, we don't bloody care. What we care is the message that the youth passed there and what we can learn from it. Nobody was instructed to open fire on those youth, even as they were attacking that chopper. Nobody was instructed to dance Operation Python dance or Golden Dawn on them. Nobody was also instructed to fire tear gas on them. Nobody was also instructed to arrest or kidnap all of them and then lock them up in prison. Nobody was also instructed to kill them or to annihilate them. or to go after their communities and then start burning their houses like they do in Uli, Okigwe, Yamuvu, Olu, Umutanzi, Iyala, Owomama. The list are endless. It is not even the people that will engage the terrorists that they will go after. They will now go after the innocent people's houses to go and burn them down one after the other. The question is, what do we learn from them? When you have your father as the man that is wearing the masquerade, you will walk through the street in front of the masquerade, dancing a different song that is not even in tune with what the masquerade is playing. And the masquerade will not wipe you in any way. What the masquerade will do is that the masquerade will even protect you. The masquerade will shield you and guide you from even entering where the main issue is happening. Because why? It is your father that is wearing the marks of the masquerade. It is the Fulanis that are in control, that are in charge. That is why their youth cannot be bastardized. That is why their youth cannot be seen piled up in body bags after they come out to challenge the power that be. But you, that your leaders and rulers have become stooges and slaves, you will be killed in numbers and your dead bodies will be packed because the people that you call your rulers and fathers and leaders, they have failed you in the name of money, fame, position, and one Nigeria. Make we leave the matter here. What we are saying is that no elections in Biafra land is the solution to our problems. Divide one Nigeria, destroy it so that everybody will be able to control themselves and then secure their lands and life, because we cannot go with these dangerous diversities and this diverse mindset where some people prefers to kill and maim and destroy some other set of people. If you ask me a question, can one of those Fulani men there that you see kill their fellow brother because of stoning or committing one crime? No, they will not. But if it is you, as they will see you and they call you infidel, your own is sacrosanct. They will cut your head off very easy. But to cut the head of their own fellow brother off, they will not. But surprisingly, Hope Uzodinma, Soludo, Ikbazu, Ogwanyi, Ogowa, Udom Emmanuel, Dave, Ayade, and all of them in the East, they will sign documents, approve that Fulani should infiltrate your land, thereby coming to kill all of you. Where did we wrong our ancestors? It is restoration mandate that we are. So whichever mistake that was done, we are here to correct it and never to make it to continue. No elections in Biafra land is our mandate.
Yeah, you really said hit the points and said a lot. And just to add a little to what you said, remember in the Deborah's case, there were a lot of northern lawyers, just like you mentioned, that were ready to defend those who killed Deborah. But up to today, none of the people that killed Deborah has been arrested. So even the videos that we saw with that guy that was holding matches, that was shouting that he was the one that set Deborah ablaze, has not been arrested. And nobody's talking about it. We will not be, I am not a proud Nigerian, and I will never be a proud Nigerian. I want to exit Nigeria. I can't live in the same country with these kind of people.
Odiogu. By now, anybody wishing to belong or to still remain or to validating Nigeria, that person go need deliverance. They go carry and go meet, what is his name? Okay, now, if we can take us, it's okay. That is if the people are willing to call. People are willing to call. So me, by now I believe we should know that Nigeria is no longer existing to. So then now you be plus 23 ba 238. Okay. Let me just so Biafrans, if you want to call into the program, you are free. I never talk call on another call. I been up my phone. No even gree. But let me on the speaker back. Hello. Hello. Hello, Mazi, go on.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. Yeah, just like what Sonny was saying. You know, see the way they even break Buhari helicopters. See, no house was born. But if it's in Biafra, even if it's a 2-year-old child, soon police van, the whole house in that neighborhood will be born. Even when the police try to burn the house, or arrest them, people will tell police to go back and burn that house. You know, you see, that's what they are doing. But the issue there is that we can't continue this way. And we are taking it too long. Do you remember when Mazen Kanu was declared free by court? The P2B and his supporters were angry, saying that the court, Buhari should still hold Mazen Kanu till after election, because Mazen Kanu will come and spoil P2B votes. Yesterday morning, one of them was telling me, it's like Simon Ekpa and the autopilot are more dangerous than Nnamdi Kanu. It is as if they make mistake. Let them allow Nnamdi Kanu to come out too. So that I say no, Nnamdi Kanu should stay there. You people don't want Nnamdi Kanu to come out because you feel when Nnamdi Kanu come out, it come and spoil the P2B opportunity. Now, why you say no? Let Nnamdi Kanu stay there. Come and do election in SC. So they already regretting. What Simon Ekpa promised them is happening. Simon told them that they will regret holding Nnamdi Kanu. Now they are regretting. Yes, the man was telling me, it seems like Nnamdi Kanu will come out. I say no. You people don't want Nnamdi Kanu to come out. You want him to remain there so that P2B will do conduct. Now, what? Now, let me tell you now, they are panicking now. Whenever they remember of autopilot, now they are panicking. They are praying, hey, let Nnamdi Kanu come out so that this election will. We say no. Keep Nnamdi Kanu there. Come and do election. Let's see. God will bless all my people. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I believe now this number be. So now this number. I know they hear you. Okay. Biafrans, we are waiting for you. Call.
Yeah, you are online now, so you may go on. Biafrans are listening to you.
Okay.
All right. I said my prayer goes to our leader, Mazi Nandikalu first, and followed by Mazi Simon Ekpa. Anywhere they are, may the good Lord strengthen them and give them good health. And my prayer goes to you guys, the media team, Sonny, Mazi, Gomoki, Chinkwacha, and my Pastor Bam Gaddafi, Biafra Unite, and any other person that I couldn't mention, everybody, both Umuada, Honorable Azuka, and all the rest of the media team. May God keep on protecting and empowering you guys more. Because with you guys, we are sure that Biafra is coming tomorrow, no doubt. Because the awareness is like a burning fire. The more you try to stop it, the more it expands. I only have a suggestion to what you guys are saying. Impunity begots impunities. Most of these our political elites or Igbo Fulefus or Biafra Fulefus, they are taking us for a joke or for a ride because we still give them the time to live to see the following day. And like, let me tell you what I mean. Eye for eye is not a bad judgment, and especially in this position we are today.
Mazi, can you hear
this
me?
Position we are today.
Mazi, can you hear me? Okay, please. When you were giving your introduction, Biafrans did not hear you because the line was not open. So please introduce yourself formally. Let Biafrans know who is speaking before you continue, please.
All right. All right. My name is Amuku Akaloka. I am a younger brother of Gideon Akaloka, the guy that was beheaded by this evil Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi, at Kanu State.
Are you serious?
1994, December 26th. So that's all about me. That's the little I can say about myself. I think that's enough for now. So what I'm trying to say here is time has come. If we can be taking this gospel to the houses, various houses of these people, it is going to send a message, and it will serve as a deterrent to other people, other would-be Sabotuku as they are coming up. Like, let me say, for example, somebody like this, Okechukwu Ishikuzoro, the secretary of Ohanes and DOG, the guy that placed 50,000 euros bounty from Simon Eba. This guy is an Igbo man, he's a Biafran, and he has a village. He has a house. People are living in that house. So even if we cannot use the sins of the father to avenge on their children, but at least we can make them homeless. Making them homeless will send a very good message to would-be saboteur.
Hello, my brother.
Now, if we could send everybody living in that compound on the streets, send them on IDP camp, somebody like Ejiofo, the World Igbo Congress chairperson, that guy is a Biafran, he's an Igbo man. He comes from a community in Igbo land, and he has a village, he has a home. So if those people living in that home, even if we cannot lay our hand on him, but at least if some people can take it as a kind of duty, make sure that everybody who lives in that compound goes on the street to sleep on the streets, they will surely blame that man, Ejiofo. They will tell him that he is the cause of their problem today, because if he did not speak against IPOB, their house will never be raised down. And the list goes on. So that is the only thing I wish that we have to start doing before now. But then no time is late. That is the only way that these guys will just leave us alone. Then any other person that is coming up to do some nonsense will say, these guys will never spare you. Even the family members will caution him. The family members will call him and caution him, say, please don't speak again. The other people who have spoken before you, this is what happened to them. And the people will on their own learn lesson. But hence, anybody who comes up and said, I'm going to kill Simon, anybody who comes and just do anyhow and talk anyhow, goes free, and their compound, their family, their houses remain intact, people will still keep on talking and take us for a joke. They will never take us for serious. But if we can learn from Ambazonia by making sure that most of these guys who are taking our life, who are exchanging our lives for peanuts, goes on exile, we can impose exile on them. We can just make sure that they never return back in our communities again. Make sure none of their house is standing and nobody stays in that compound again. We can chase everybody out of that compound. It doesn't matter. Even if they are not the one that committed the crime, but hence somebody, a member of the family, said something against us, we can chase all of them away. We can't kill them yet, but we can chase them away. We can burn down the house. It's going to send a kind of message to me, because I believe that is the only language our people do understand. That is the only language. Because if Mazi Simon Eba is not backing up his words with action, they will never take us for serious. But hence, people are dying every day, and they see that people are dying. That is why they take us for serious, that whenever we say sit at home, people must sit at home because they know that we mean business. So as for those guys who are sabotaging us just in place of money, if we can just wake up one morning and start chasing these guys out completely, making sure that they go on exile forever and ever. Other people will learn a lesson. That's all I can think. That's all I can just add to this night broadcast. Thank you, everybody, for all you guys do. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, brothers.
Thank you.
That's funny. You allow me to talk to that brother.
Yeah, he will be listening from the background because he's watching the broadcast. Yeah.
My brother, very sorry for. First of all, very sorry for your loss. They will not go free for what they did. Now, for me, what I will say is that Ohaneze, Isiguzuru, Hope Uzodinma, World Igbo Congress, every group that is fighting against Biafra, actually fighting against the people of Biafra, not Samekpa. Now, at the right time, the people of Biafra will decide what is due to them. It's not for the us to say go and burn house. Go and, no. Nobody is telling anybody to do anything. If you know that somebody is preventing you from getting freedom, the people are going to make the decision. The people are the one that will make the decision to say this thing that you are saying, you are representing us. If the people decide today and say, see, Guzoro is not representing them, the people made the decision. But nobody is issuing, no IPOB member, no auto parliament member is issuing any instruction to any group or anybody to say, go and burn somebody's house, go and destroy somebody's house. That's not how it is done. That's what I can say to that.
Thank you, Max. Okay. Thank you, Erasmus. Sorry, I meant to say. Okay, caller on the phone. Can you go on now?
Good evening, Mazu. Mazu, good evening.
There were you try you did here for 7 minutes. They wait. Go on now.
Yeah. Biafra is my life. Biafra is all I hope for, and that is what I'm going to get. So I can do anything just for Biafra. So it doesn't matter. But the caller that was talking to you, the brother of Gideon Akaluka.
Yeah.
Yeah. The man that was talking with you, you see, it was actually Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, the former CBN governor and the emir of Kanu, right?
Yeah.
He was the one who carried out this killing, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh. I think you can see most of the leaders in Nigeria, especially the leaders, the Fulani leaders from the north, they have this jihadist mentality. And it's person of somebody who committed that kind of atrocity, who was supposed to be in jail if it was in a civilized country or civilized world like the United States and all of that. Sanusi would not be even given the opportunity to become the CBN governor or handle any political position in that country, because that alone is a murderer. He didn't deserve to be in any position of power. So these are the kind of people that we are having as leaders in Nigeria. Buhari is one of them. He believes in this jihadist mentality, and that is why he wants to kill all the Biafrans. Because this fight we are fighting is not just it's not just an ego cause. I've been telling my people, me, I'm from Kosovo State. I've been so devoted to all platforms of Biafra. I don't see anything Biafra and ignore it. I will go and listen to the content. If I'm not satisfied, that's when I take my leave. You know, we need to go to get out of this country. There's something I even took notice of today. There was a protest going on in places like Warri, Edo. The youth over there, they were so angry too. I can feel their anger. They were saying, Obungu, kill you people there. You people, there will be no election in Warri or any part of Niger Delta. That is what they were telling them. I can see now the whole youth all over Nigeria, they have started discovering themselves. You know, I believe they don't know themselves before, but now they are getting to know themselves. They are waking up from their slumber. Because these people, they have oppressed us a lot. They have subjugated us. They have killed us enough. And this is the time for us to stand together in one voice, whether from the south, the southeast, the whole part of Nigeria. We should stand together as one voice and fight against this Fulani impunity from this Fulani imperialists who believe that the Fulani life are more important than other people's life, who believe that the Muslim is better than any other person. Imagine, when Obi visited the Kanu state and the Katsina state, look at the kind of thing the imam over there was teaching their people in the mosque that a criminal that is a Muslim is better than an infidel. Just look at the kind of mentality that these people have. That is why we can never validate this Islamic country called Nigeria. We can never validate them through this election. We can never vote for Nigeria. The poverty, the poverty, the poverty card. Nigerian poverty card. We will never validate Nigeria. We will never validate the British company called Nigeria again. Enough is enough. I want.
Thank you.
Hear me?
Yeah, thank you.
I want all our people in the South to understand that Nigeria is not for us. They should just support this Biafra of it so that we can get out of this mess. We are already in the mess. The way out is the best solution. And look at the British.
Mazi, thank you.
I don't know why she's interfering in Nigeria's so-called process of democracy. Is she doing advertisement for Nigerians to come and vote so that they can sustain their means of survival? Because Nigeria is their only means of survival.
Thank you.
They have been exploiting our mineral resources for
Mazi, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. I wanted to say more, but I think I should give other people chance.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. I think we could try make we close them. We don't try now 2.5 hours no day. Tomorrow na still another day, na working day. Tomorrow na working day. So and Erasmus to you try. Come join us here. They do night vigil with us. Night vigil. This fight, do you see this fight?
No. That agreement that I saw that Samekpa posted, I was really elated by it because I know the implication. People who are smart should understand the implication. You know, I understand the implication. That's what I've been waiting for. And I need more of those kind of alliances, you know, coming up, doing joint signing of documents. I'm telling you, the caliphate is quaking right now. They may pretend, but they know, they understand what is going on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So
thank you, son.
So that is it. If you see what, just like you said, okay, he's even gone. Just like Erasmus said before, at the end of the day, you will see that we are ready for everything, but at the end, we no go do anything. This thing will just come unexpectedly. We go just prepare how we want to take Biafra. Biafra go come meet us. This spirit of no election is penetrating into so many people. It is penetrating. And Nigeria, they quake. I they tell you the truth. Nigeria, they quake. So, Biafrans, I go say, make we take this before we go. Anyway, Biafrans, I go say, we don't try. All of us, you know, anything we they do now, we they gather do them. So we don't try, and we have to go and come back tomorrow again. And tomorrow I pray make I find one better sermon ubonge message on and the kind ubonge message where I go play in the morning. If I no find, I go still do the one where I go do. So Biafrans, I go say thank you all. Thank you so much for being with us. God bless you. Simon is coming back very soon with Ike Pentecost. Ike Owo. Ike na-etikasị ndị ilo. Ike na-etiri agada. Ike na-etiri ọnụ ụzọ. Ike na-agbawasị ili. Simon is coming back. So those of you asking where is Mazi Simon? If you not like, make gonna go right to say Simon don't die. So now say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't get poison. It vomit only blood. Person where they vomit only blood since 1 week till now is still there alive. I wonder. So make una dey print una news dey go. Simon is alive and he is coming back with the Pentecost power. We are getting Biafra. Come this February, Biafra must come. God go bring am come. You go see am. Those people wey say they no wan talk, they go dey forced to talk. So from me is good night. Mazi Sonny.
We salute Biafrans and we thank you all for staying with us to this time. If you did not share this broadcast, share it now. And remember to hit the like button so that you can pop up the notification to other people that were unable to reach us when we were live so that they can watch later. Remember that our fundraising is coming up on this very Saturday. The flyer is out as we speak here now. As we've been in the studio, the flyer just came out now.
Okay.
So start sharing the flyer and make the flyer to go far and wide so that everybody will do the needful and know that we need guns and bullets and more weapons of any kind to be able to safeguard our land. The numbers of terrorists that are flooding in are numerous. So do we need the opposite numerous forces to be able to curtail them and cut their asses off. We cannot do this alone. That is why on the bottom part of this flyer, you see, to defend Biafra land is our task. Let's make it our collective responsibilities. So it is not something you leave for the media team alone, not something you leave for Mazi Simon Ekpa alone, not something you leave for Umuada alone, not something you leave for the ESN alone, not something you leave for every volunteer group that is fighting alone, not something you leave for BNL alone, not something you leave for BNG alone, not something you leave for any other group that you will see tomorrow, because there are many other groups that are coming together to fight for this same freedom that you were still fighting all along. You know, they say no be the people where they follow go race, they show up for the end of the race. At the end of the race, you go even they see faces where you don't even see before. So as they hot, now so we they increase, and as so we the vex they go. No elections in Biafra land. That one is non-negotiable. As you know, as NNAMDI Kanu, everything that you have been doing, you need to intensify it. So do not go back and relax and drink palm wine. Stop listening to Ndi Nsamadios and Southeastern and South governors, because all of them are suffering from brain dementia. Please listen to us, because we are the people that even see what is happening and what the terrorists are planning ahead of your communities and then make you know. The ones that are calling themselves governors and senators and rulers, they see all these things, so but they keep quiet because the Fulanis have caged them with money. They tell them, if you say "Bim," we will remove you from power. So please support ESN, because they need your maximum cooperation and understanding. From me, from here, I will say, when I do well for answering Biafran, because to answer that name alone is a sacrifice.
Okay, good night, Biafrans.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.